And then All Might gets there, and All Might sees Deku in the Wrath form, and All Might's thinking, good thing I didn't give him One for All yet, or even offer it. He would have killed everyone. And he sees Shigaraki dead, Tomura dead, and Anomu dead. Because, well, no, he doesn't see the Nomura. No, actually, he doesn't see any of those dead. But Aizawa and everyone explains it. And Deku just screams, I won't let any of you take them. Not again. It was you, Shigaraki. I remember you. You took her, and then you tried to take her. I won't allow it. And so then All Might jumps in, and he hugs he goes, young Midoriya, just calm down. And he goes, but they took her, and then they tried to take her. They can't take them. They can't take her from me. They already took one person I love. They can't take another. And he starts punching All Might, and All Might is seriously, like, getting injured by this. But he's holding on to Deku, just hugging him even harder. And he goes, young Midoriya, they can't take her anymore. You defeated them. Calm down, young Midoriya. And and then Deku just starts crying. He's back in his regular form. He goes, All Might, does it make me a villain for what I did? For letting my wrath get control? Does it make me a villain for not being able to protect her? For not being able to protect my mom? Does it make me a villain? Does it make me a villain? Does it make me a bad guy? Not being able to save her? Not being able to stop any harm coming from her? Coming to her? Oh my, does that make me a villain or a bad guy? And All Might says, young Midoriya, you will never be that as long as you aspire to be a hero. And All Might even starts tearing up a bit, but he doesn't cry. And then Izuku gets taken in his white place, and he sees Meliodas and Elizabeth. And also, while doing that entire thing, the Nomu punches through Deku, but the Nomu only gets 2 of his hearts, and he pulls them out, squishes them, and Deku goes, a high-ranking demon has 7 hearts! And Shigaraki's like, and everybody's just like, what the fuck? He has 7 hearts? That is way too OP. And then they get back to this. And he sees Meliodas and Elizabeth, and he goes, and he stops crying as Elizabeth gives him peace because she's a goddess. She uses her powers to endorse peace. And he asks them both, who are you? And what was that? Meliodas says, I'm Meliodas. I was the Dragon Son of Wrath, but I've passed that on to you. As you can see, the mark that looks like a tattoo in the form of a dragon on your arm, it just awakened your demon form. I am like your 50th great-grandfather, and my wife here, Elizabeth, is your 50th great-grandmother. I am a demon king, which means now you are a demon king with that exponential strength and power. And my wife here, she is the goddess above them all, Elizabeth. And then Deku goes, is that why my quirk is referred to as wrath and peace? Yes, young Midoriya, except for one thing. It is neither wrath, it is not wrath, or peace, or even a quirk. It is the power of a demon. And you're the dragon son of wrath. What it means is you have exponential power. And you just need to learn how to control your anger. And there are tons of people who die in this world. It does not make you a villain to have seen one and not been able to do anything. I have always been powerful, so I cannot... Actually, yes, I can say I've seen someone die and not been able to do anything. Once I was cursed with immortality, and my wife with immortal death. But every time I'd find her, she'd end up dying, no matter what. And I went through 3,000 years of this. Every time she remembered who she was, she'd die 3 days after that, no matter what. But in the last one, we managed to defeat the Demon King and even the gods themselves, making me the new Demon King and her the new goddess of them all. We had those powers, but we were now mortal, and we decided to grow old and die, because now I could. And so, we did that. We did just that while having children. And Elizabeth tears up a bit and she goes, "Oh, Izuku, it's okay." And Izuku tears up because you remind me of her. My mom. She was so loving. I miss her so much. I just wish I could have saved her. And then Meliodas says, "You can now. You can save her by never going back into your wrath. You can save her by saving everyone else. And this time, you can save everyone else, Midoriya. No one rivals your strength anymore." And I think, on my own accord, I say, you could be the next #1 hero. Matter of fact, that All Might, he's pretty badly damaged, even though he's putting on a show that he wasn't. And then it starts ending, he goes, "But wait, I have so many more questions." And then they both say, "Deku, we'll answer them at a different time. But for now, you must awaken." See, after all of that, and Deku cried, and All Might teared up, telling him all this, hugging him, supporting him, Deku fainted. He blacked out. And then when he woke up next to Uraraka. Because Uraraka, she went towards him and gave him kisses, and he's been out for like a week sleeping, and she slept by him, like in a chair, of course, because she was like, "That's so sweet for him to get angry and kill people for me," except not to kill people for me. It was just for him to get angry and protect me part. She knew about his quirk, so she knew he couldn't control himself at that point, so the killing part wasn't really his fault. It was the rage he had felt, so I'm gonna call it rage mode. Rage mode, demon mode, both. And so, she had known about Izuku's mom, and when it was all explained, she goes, "Oh, Izuku's mom and me." And that raised flags with the other kids. They're like, "Wait, so you two like each other? Like each other?" And Ochako shuts up. And her face gets red and flustered about that. And she says, maybe. And so, after that, Izuku then wakes up and All Might says, Young Midoriya, I have these adoption papers. If you don't mind, I would like to become your parent and help you with your anger and also your training. And Izuku goes, actually, All Might, that would be wonderful. Thank you. Because in this, Deku's dad is non-existent. It was just him and his mom. So, All Might becomes Deku's stepdad. And I think that's where I'm going to leave it off for today. And I'm going to upload a different one. I don't know when. But yeah, I feel like this is enough for today. So this is part 1.